Bem-vindos, amigos, a mais um Fora da Rota. Hoje eu tenho o prazer de conhecer o Felix Brassier. O Felix, ele é um cineasta francês, ele é um nômade digital e ele ajuda refugiados em vários países da Europa e da Ásia. Está dentro da crise migratória e ele tem um estilo de vida totalmente fora do normal, totalmente fora da rota. E eu gostaria de contar a história dele aqui para você. Eu conheci o Felix através do iTalki, ele me deu algumas aulas de francês e fiquei fascinado pela história dele, por ele viver esse estilo de vida totalmente dissociado da sociedade do que a gente tem no padrão e ajudar pessoas. A missão dele é ajudar pessoas. Salut Felix.
Salut.
Ça va bien?
Almost everything.
Bienvenue
Ça va,
à Fora da Rota. I'm gonna switch back to English. French is not yet my fluent. It's not yet fluent, so maybe in the future.
Y a pas de problème, no problem.
Thank you very much for accepting my invitation to make this video. It was a big pleasure to meet you, and I like you to share your history to the world, to Brazil and everybody else.
My pleasure. Nice. It's like always nice to talk to other people, to tell to get to know what people are doing, and to let them know what I'm doing and also what we are doing here.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Felix, you made a documentary called Exile 2.0, and since 2015, you've been going here and there, helping people, going through the biggest struggles in your life, I might think, because I went through your posts in your blog and saw the documentary, and I've seen how much how difficult the situation is. So, could you tell us? What was the sparking point, the trigger that made you, okay, I have to do something and I'm gonna go away?
Like, it's all started, the whole thing, like basically, I haven't tell myself when I started doing this, I was already here and there, but like for different purposes and everything, like doing films, videos about places, documentaries about music and everything, but I was a bit fed up with the business world and doing this just only for money, not only for money, but also like the money kind of stuff, like the money question kills a bit the passion and why you're doing this. So basically I run out of this and decided that I wanted to do something more based on people, and at this time it was like in 2014 something, while I was I was in Northern Europe, like Iceland, whatever, and this time the refugee crisis started hitting Europe.
I see.
We started seeing more and more people. I mean, it's ongoing for a long time, but the medias and mainstream medias started talking about this. And I had some for free time, and I was like, yeah, okay. I was for years and years I was living on my van, so I was like, okay, just I took my van and I wanted just to get to know.
You're living in your van.
More.
I'm gonna need some pictures.
Yeah, right. And then my main point was just to get to know more about this and to do a documentary about this. But that's how I started the thing. So I collect some stuff in the UK, in France, and then I left just because I wanted to know. And of course, once you get to know, I drove until Syria. And it's been much more draining, exhausting, but also much more involving getting to know people's stories and getting to know how to help them and everything. So I just changed completely the way I was seeing life. And I mean, I'm here now, so doing this, that's it. But there were no points, like no specific moment when I tell myself, okay, I want to help the people. It was just a process, like it's on the way that you realize just what the fuck am I doing, and you're just like, I mean, I was supposed to get there for a month, like just I was planning to go there like 1 month, maybe 2 months or whatever, but after like going back and coming back to work or whatever, and I realized, like, while I was in Gaziantep at the frontier of Syria, it's one of the major cities in Syria, in Turkey, and I was working in school over there. Like it was 9 months after I left, and I was like, oh yes, okay, maybe it's going to be a bit more than just a simple documentary or whatever, and you just like, yeah, you realize on the go that your life is changed forever.
My biggest question is that you need a lot of courage to break out of the society's patterns and
yeah, it's
what
difficult.
people expect of you. Tell me, how did you do that, and how did you decide, okay,
Not to live in the society like
lifestyle.
and stuff.
That exactly.
Right. Like I left my family like quite young, and I had to basically take care of myself by myself. You know, no one like. It's somehow like always. I don't know. Always asked me to be aware about, you know, money, about work, about time scales, whatever. And the thing was also like I've always wanted to do whatever I wanted. When I was a kid, like I was already like drawing whatever, doing films. Like at the moment I'm working on the comics, which is like basically I want to do this, so I'm doing this now. It's a comics, whatever.
The comics.
Like,
what do you mean by that?
Is,
okay. Wow.
based on people's lives from here, so it's just like, you know, I never plan to do something, one thing in life. I just want to do everything, which is tricky if you work in a 9 to 5 job, whatever. You can't be a musician, you can't be filmmaker, you can't be drawer, cartoonist, all of this, teacher. Like the society wants you to do one thing, and that's it. And I don't want to. I just want to do everything. So that was always my my leitmotiv, just to be free to change whenever I want. Like I told you, like at the moment I'm working on the second documentary editing, but also working on the French classes and also working on the comics and doing all different stuff. So it's within the society Canva, whatever, you can't do this because
I see.
like, it's too much of a trouble, specifically with the French administration system, whatever the way it works. It's just such a pain in the ass. So.
Yeah.
So
A thing that really like impressed me when we first talked is that I asked you, "Hey Felix, how happy are you, and how's your internal feelings throughout this life?" And you told me something that I'm never gonna forget. You told me that, Aleno, I feel like 8, 9, 10 most of the time because my life is like a novelty. Could you explain more?
You want me to why? It's because like it's always changing. It's never the same. Like basically this morning when I woke up and I was like, okay, I will go to the center and everything. I will go to work. all my stuff, whatever. Everything was somehow planned, and I had time. But somehow, like the people driving the service, you know, here like as taxi and everything, you've got service. Just like drop me 5 kilometers from my working place, so I had to went through all of the districts, Shatila, refugee camps, whatever, by walking, which has been like, you know, unplanned or everything. Nothing is planned basically in this life.
I see.
You just you just deal with unpredicted things, and that's what makes things like interesting every day.
How many languages do you speak, and how many countries have you visited in the last year?
How many places did I visit in last year?
And how many languages you speak? That's very impressive. Five languages.
Not not as fluently as English, but I can deal with 5 countries.
You can like
year.
10, 12.
Last year it was less than this. Yeah, 8.
That's
But the thing is, like, it's not a race to go to all the countries and everything, because otherwise there is no point. You can't do anything. My point is not like going to a country, taking an Instagram picture and say, hey, I've been there. If
you live the country.
Yeah, and most of the time, I just like now, I've been touring all over the Mediterranean Sea, and all the countries I've been to, I'm returning to them. Because I know people, we work together, we have projects together, so it's not about just tourism or whatever. It's about going to a country and starting building something that can run in the long term to help people. Because basically you can't help people just like going to a place, staying even 1 month is not enough. You need time. You need like to get contact and to get people to get to know the situation of the country, how it works and everything, and it changes from countries to countries, so you have to spend time. So I'm not that like that much of a traveler. The only thing is that I'm living in different places, but like for example now I'm based in Lebanon because like this is the place where it's more convenient for me to work in the Middle East. From here can go everywhere, so it's handy. But I'm based also in Italy, I'm based also in Tunisia, also in Greece, a bit everywhere basically.
Yeah. Talking about your documentary that you made, Exile 2.0, you went to France, then Croatia, Macedonia, and Bulgaria, Spain, Morocco. Could you tell us how was making this documentary? How was the journey? And a good story you'd like to share with us.
Oh, you want to know about crossing the borders and having the custom checked and being completely naked by the custom guards or whatever?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff?
That kind.
So basically, it's happened frequently. Like for example, last month I was like back and forth between Sicilia and Tunisia because I had to carry tons of book to the desert for the schools over there. This is something that the journey by itself, you just cross the sea. It's not that long. It's 10 hours something. But passing the customs with this truck full of books and everything, computers, like teaching material, whatever, and explaining to the guy, it's just like such a pain in the ass. Basically, you have to empty the van by yourself, like a whole. You open every boxes, you show them, okay, you see there's no bombs, there's no drugs, whatever. So of course they take some of it and some of it for their family, whatever. It's called bakshish. And then you put everything back to the van, and then you go, and then you just empty the van again in the school, and then you return to the custom, and then like you ask so many questions because you have been emptying your van in a place like Tunisia where it's not really somewhere where, like, I mean, helping people is not something like you always have to explain why you help people, because for people in people mindset, you don't do this, you do this for a purpose, and most of the time, sorry about this, financial purpose or whatever.
Yeah, I saw in your blog you telling a story in Tunisia that you cannot think freely.
No. No, it's I mean, I've got like so many different stories or whatever, like it's going to be like in the second documentary, like in Tunisia, for example, just talking about Tunisia, you might expect the country to get better, but in fact that's not the case, because since the revolution, like, everything gets bad, like you can't think freely, or if you think freely and speak freely, then you are seen as a pariah, kind of, and then like troubles will happen to you, and there is different levels of troubles, basically.
Tell us a story that you made you cry, and one that made you like smile a lot.
Smile.
Now, a cry one, a sad one, and then a good one.
The sad one was in Greece, in Lesbos, when there's a lot of sad stories, but like I will pick up two that really make me realize that I was somehow like I needed like to protect myself when people die. Just when you see people dying in front of you, a woman, an old lady, she has just been how to say this in English? People 60, 70 people who walk on her because she was the first person on the boat, and she fall on the beach, but in this of water, you know. So people will not see her like in this chaos or whatever. Like you just you don't care, and everyone like rush to the beach, walking on her, and she could not breathe because she was like head on the ground, and like she was like red, blue of hematomas and stuff. So she was not moving when people finished arriving on the beach. It was somehow like one of the most violent things I've always seen. Another was like seeing a baby like just bleeding from the mouth and dying like 5 minutes after. In the camps, like back at the time, this kind of situation, like the health situation, were like really dangerous because you could like infect the whole camp. Literally, like there's no hygienic stuff or whatever. So that was like choking and scary at the same time because you didn't know like from where it was coming, like what was the disease of this baby. Was it like just the food or just like the health here or another disease coming from? That was like all the like sad stories. There's like many more.
And like a one that made you like really happy, that you knew you were in the right path and you're doing the right thing.
A lot of things, like a lot of stories. Basically, like last year, I started doing a peer exchange project between students from France and people from the ground, from the camps, from the school we're working, and just carry I was doing the postman, basically just carrying all of these letters, like 150 letters from different students from the world, and just reading this letter was so, you're always like, oh, it's so cute, and making people writing letters by hand, not by mail or whatever, and just connecting people together and seeing their reaction when you bring them back the answer or everything is just like one of the greatest things you can see, because you just like, it's a gift you give to someone, You open a window on the world with another person that doesn't speak your language, basically Arabic, and you just like make this connection and you make this happen. Basically, I don't have like any. My only point is to connect people together and to try to make them work together. That's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing.
It's amazing.
Moving from places to places. That's the only thing. And to see it works, that's one of the best thing you can, like one of the best feeling when young people just tells you thank you. Without you, it would haven't been possible or whatever.
I see.
Yeah.
That must be really rewarding. I have a question for you from Melissa. Melissa again. She asks you how people from other countries can help your project.
Okay, you mean from Brazil?
From Brazil and from all over the world.
Okay, like basically, Melissa, to answer to you, like honestly, I personally don't need help. I can handle myself. That's okay. I've been living this way for years, so no problem for me. The thing is, like, we always need help doing this kind of humanitarian work, and I guess you like take the situation with Brazil and Venezuela, for example. You see the way it goes with UNHCR and the people coming from Venezuela. That's the kind of help we need, and here that's the same. I mean, you know, this like just I will try. There's a mountain of books like just here. You know, all of these are donation. These books are just stuff we use to teach to kids, to make them, to teach them how to speak English or whatever. There's, as I said like before, there's different ways to help. You can help with your knowledge. That's another project I'm working on right now, trying to make refugees access online teaching, so online degrees, universities, and everything. So knowledge is one of the most valuable things because it lasts for the whole life.
Wow,
and it can.
That's a big insight. Knowledge lasts for life.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's it. But another way to help is, of course, with money or with donation. But again, like with Brazil, it's going maybe to be a bit difficult to ship like from Brazil to Lebanon or the Middle East.
Yeah. Paola asks you, have you thought about quitting? What were your biggest difficulties?
Oh, my biggest difficulty is
And quitting.
When I've been stolen all of my things in Tunisia again. I've been stolen everything. They just like went through my van, like my house, and took everything I had. So the only thing remaining were my phone, my wallet, luckily, and nothing more. Like my van, of course, but without those windows. Then, weeks after, I was like messaging someone on the street. Someone took my phone, so I was left without anything. This, like, this was like the last moment where, like, when I was just like, okay, I'm losing everything I have doing this. But somehow I could have quit at this moment, but I just realized that it was somehow like making me stronger because I went through this, and that was it. Like, and so it's just like you don't have anything
helplessness. Yeah, you think?
I mean, you know, when you don't have anything left, then can't lose anything, so you have everything to give. So that was the way, basically the way I thought, like, and I was like, okay, I don't have anything more, so I can go like 100% on it. And I just went back to Europe, rest a bit, and recover financially, recover emotionally, physically, whatever, working like 10 hours a day, so that I could just start again. And now it's okay.
Amazing.
That's it.
Oh, that's an amazing story, Felix. Pablo asks you, do you like being a nomad? And how is your everyday life?
I love it. The everyday life is, as I told you, always different. Being a nomad makes you somehow you're free to do whatever you want. Somehow, like being a nomad and just being a nomad is not enough, because nomadism is not a goal by itself. But if you're a nomad and if you move for a purpose, then everything's like has more sense, because it's not funny like being a nomad or whatever. It's tough. It's not always like, you see the van life kind of hashtag pictures, whatever. It's not like this. This is everything but like this. You'll rarely open the door of your van with a good view, whatever, and just like enjoy your cup of coffee or whatever. Most of the time you're going to wake up like with the rain and with the cold and everything, and no hot water or no drinkable water. You haven't showered for 4 days or whatever. But if you do have a goal, that makes you going through all of this, then nobody's is great. Like that's one of the greatest way to spend your life.
Amazing.
Yeah, you meet different people every day. You meet different places every day. You learn about different cultures, different traditions, different countries' stories. It brings like everything along. That's just like, but
that's amazing. You have a quote, Felix, that you live by?
I've got so many quotes. One that I like, well, the Carpe Diem one, like, I guess like that's cliche, whatever. The one that I like based on the teaching work is a French one. I mean, I know it only in French. L'éducation n'est pas là pour gaver, mais pour donner faim. It means literally, education is not here to stuff you out, but to make you hungry, like hungry of knowledge or whatever. And this is something like you can apply it to life by itself. If you're always like fed up with all the things in life, then there's no point in living this life. But if life makes you interested about everything, like every day, you can learn new thing every day. And this is what I think life is. Like, it's not about doing the same thing every day, all the time, whatever. Otherwise, you're just like, you can like shorter your life from 50 years and go straight to the tomb. That's the same. There won't be like any change or whatever. But
wow.
If you learn new things every single day in your life, I mean, it's like a leitmotiv that, for example, like my stuff is helping people, speaking different language, learning about new cultures, new things, and doing art everywhere with different people. That's my thing. You can have like different goals in life. I don't know, like some people are doing like mathematics to try to explain the universe and everything. That's also a goal, and you will discover stuff like every single day.
That's amazing.
Just having a goal is what most of people likes. That's it.
Yeah. You have a book recommendation for us?
The 5-hour working weeks. Book recommendation, like I would say, Snow Crash from what's his name again? Well, I mean, Snow Crash. It's a cybercrime book from the author. I don't remember the name, but you can check out like Philip K. Dick,
Definitely.
William Gibson. You know, cyberpunk, science fiction stuff. That's more my kind of books, and it's also like keeps you aware about how things can evolve in the near future, which is really like, I mean, it can soon like, what the point, but like when with the world we are living with nowadays, like just trying to illustrate and to picture the way it can evolve and everything, I found it like really interesting, and it makes also it makes you like willing to change things nowadays so that it won't happen in the future, or it could happen in the future, depending on if it's good or bad. So yeah.
And
Necromancian, focus.
Amazing, Felix. And my last question, I think, would be your advice for us all, for young people, for people in general. What's your final message that you think everybody should hear, and your biggest truth?
Don't be afraid about your like. Just trust yourself and trust all your feels, basically. Trust your feelings. If you feel like you have to do something, it's probably for a good reason, even if it's not logical. If you feel you have to do it, it's going to make you happy anyway, even if it's not the way people expect you to do, or the thing people expect you to do. If you think it will make you happy, just do it. Try it. By trying, you just understand if it's for you or not. But if you never try, you will never know, and you will miss something that can maybe change your life forever.
Felix, I cannot thank you enough for this interview. I learned so much from you. It was amazing. I'm gonna take some time to digest everything, and I should thank you very much. Maybe we're gonna meet someday.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No problem. Like really, the pleasure was mine, and I hope it's been interesting, and that it answered like people questions.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's it.
And so you guys, if you want to check out Felix's work, you can check the documentary on the description, Exile 2.0, in French and in English.
There will be a new one like this month, like coming months. I'm working on it now, and it's going to be in 4 different languages this time. So if you speak Spanish or Italian,
What's going to be
French or
about?
English, that's the continuation. Well,
Okay.
Basically, I'm working on this one for 2 years now, so the last 2 years will be on the next one.
Amazing. So check out
It's going to be split.
check out his work. This was Fora da Rota. Prazer tê-los aqui e até o próximo. Tchau, Felix.
Ciao, bye.